It's very weird living in Norway, no charging queue for so many years. Am I about to be scammed? This charger doesn't max out the car at all. This is a slow charger for this car. And it's 300 kilowatts. Insane. Activate the massaging seats. And I'm thinking, where should I go now? Because I kind of want to do the 10% challenge, but I already have the 10% challenge lined up in Sweden with the perfect charger and everything. And the weather needs to be nice, and there's so much things that just needs to work out. But I'm thinking that maybe I can drive to the Black Forest, which is in southern Germany, closer to Stuttgart, and just check it out, go for a sightseeing there, and see if we can find chargers that have high enough amperage for us to run our 10% challenge. You can get close to the curb without curbing the wheels. Amazing. And I think you have a curb view here with wheel hub, and you have a 3D view. Perfect. This is amazing. This is great. Okay, I need to find some coffee. This place didn't really work out for me, so we will go to the Black Forest. I think that's a good idea. It's okay weather today, so we will just go there to test this car to its full potential on the German autobahn. This autobahn is great. You can see a lot of roadworks. That's always the case with the autobahn. So we will prefer Ionity, and we will go like this. There are of course other chargers that we can try along the way. ENBV, I don't want those. Are all expensive. I don't care charging at an expensive charger from like a price point of view and just getting on the road, and I will do it in an emergency, but I would like to get mostly Ionity here. EV Go, I don't know, is that a good one? Ionity, Allego, no thanks. I want just Ionity. Can't we just go on Ionity? I know we can go the entire route on Ionity. There we go. Here we have the perfect route. It says 13 to 86%, 10 to 19%. Seeker, if you're watching, maybe tune it down a little bit. I know this car charges fast, but maybe 10 to 70% is more in line with what people really want when they buy this car. I don't really know, but that's my preference at least. Charging queues at Ionity again, and I want a charger. These are the good chargers. So insane that it's charging queue all day long until like late in the evening this summer in Germany. Usually it goes pretty fast, but there is a McDonald's here, so if people are eating at McDonald's, it might actually take a little bit more time. An ID bus coming, Polestar, ID4 and us. And is that a Cupra Tavascan or something? Problem with charging queues is that people think that, okay, we want to skip the next charger, so we want to do 100% here, which is an issue. But seems like some people are leaving now. It usually goes pretty fast. So yeah, we will see. We came here, let's see, 3 minutes ago. So let's see how long we need to stay here. And I think I need to move because I'm a little bit in the way. I mean, it's a ton of cool EVs here though. The ID bus from Denmark, the Polestar 2 from Denmark, beautiful color on that ID bus, and we have an Ioniq from Denmark, German Audi, Danish ID4, Polestar 4, ID7, and a Skoda Enyaq. So very cool cars, I would say. So we are just sitting here in a charging queue. It's very weird living in Norway, no charging queue for so many years, and now there is an iX1, I think, or iX3 coming. Seems like people are just skipping the charging queue area and going to the next Ionity station, but there might be a queue there as well. Yeah, there is a higher chance if you can skip a charging stop that it might not be a queue, because there is a queue here. I find it very interesting, these charging queues. So we have been there 5 minutes so far. I'm very curious to see how long we need to stay here. The Audi is leaving, perfect. What's for sure is that there will be absolutely no 10% challenge to be tested here in Germany. Even at night, these chargers are full. I checked the app at around 11 p.m. and there were still people here. insane. So let's just check our charging speed, then I'll run and finally get some coffee. I haven't found a coffee place anywhere, which sucks. We had some surging yesterday. Let's see if we have if we have surging now. Of course, now we are charging on the older tritium units. Here I will run in, get some coffee, and I won't stay here any more than I need. I will of course think about all the people waiting, or the family waiting there at least, which kind of sucks. It sucks to have to wait for charging. So we are maxing out at 200 kilowatt, and to be honest, I have no idea why. It's probably not the car. Oh, now it's increasing a little bit more. Let's just see what it maxes out at, which will be interesting. It might be a site level limitation, but these are 350 units. But yeah, the transformer can limit the chargers, even though they are all-in-one units. So it's just a setting. 300 kilowatts, nice. 425 amp. I can't complain about this charging speed. It's absolutely amazing. So we will run in and get some coffee, and yeah, we needed to wait for 5 minutes in charging queue. Not too bad. Strangely down to 200 kilowatt here after just staying here for 10 minutes maybe. Not 10 minutes, 7-8 minutes. Anyway, we are still doing 200 kilowatt. We will stay here for a little bit more because we need around 60% before we leave, I think. So I don't know why this is happening. I think it might be the chargers not able to handle 350 kilowatt at sustained, it seems. Because I don't think this is the car actually. And we're up to 300 kilowatts, which seems to be the maximum these tritium chargers can give me. So maybe it overheats the cable, and suddenly the cable cooling is just able to get up to 300 kilowatt again. I don't know what's happening with these old tritium units. It's always difficult to find out if it's a car, charger, etc, without looking into the logs of the charger, and we aren't able to look into the logs of the tritium chargers or any chargers whatsoever, so it doesn't matter. But the 300 kilowatt, we can't complain about that. So a few more minutes and we will be on our way. Am I about to be scammed? These are some mobility chargers. I have no idea what they are, but we are 22%. We actually don't need to charge, but this was a nice stop, it seemed like. So we'll just try to plug in and check what the price is and see if we get scammed. These are alpitronic units, at least. Okay, so it's 60 euro cents per kilowatt hour, so quite expensive, I would say. Not the end of the world. I think there are some chargers that are like 80 euro cents or whatever. These are alpitronic Hyper 300s, I think, because we are getting 300 kilowatt. 300 kilowatt. Which, yeah, well, we can't ask for more. There is one alpitronic unit down. That's a first time for everything. And alpitronic units are usually the most reliable ever. This seems like a great, clean, nice shop, so I'll go in there and see if there is some breakfast there. It's like 3, almost 4 p.m. So yeah. Anyway, it's nice to get the charging speed. It's nice to do card payment. I like card payment. I don't like all the charging apps and stuff. But yeah, let's take a look inside the store and see what happens. But I'm quite pleased with activating the charger. Eight minutes, 40 kilowatt hour almost. Okay, so if you're wondering how the route planner works, now it says we will arrive at 10%, 173 kilometers there. That doesn't make sense to me. We should arrive at much more, so I think we will just go. Since this is a more expensive charging stop, it's no reason to just stay here for, yeah, you know, it's no reason to just stay here. So we will have more than enough to go to Ionity, which is, it will recalculate, I think. Actually, let's show you the route planner. So we want to go to Susmarhausen, and I want to go into settings, and I want to go to preferred brands, Ionity, great charging network. and start. And it says 26% arrival, so we have more than enough. So we will just unplug and go. So this was, let's see how long the charging stop was. Let's see, active 70% already, wow! 10 minutes, and we are at 70%. So 10 minutes from 22 to 70%, added 50 kilowatt hour, stop. And I need to tap my card. Actually, if you don't want to tap your card to stop the charging session, you can always jump in here. We are actually charging so fast that it's draining my credit card. That's funny. There we go. Oh, this was... And in we go. Nice. And we were alone at this station, so we got the full 300 kilowatt, which is nice. Few people charging there and some strange looking chargers over there that nobody uses. But we are ready to go. I have more coffee and the car is talking to me and a baguette. Not very German of me, I know. But we are ready to go to Ionity and then Susmarhausen. Did I tell you that I changed my mind? I want to go to Susmarhausen. I want to check out the charging park there. Maybe we can push this car to its limits, but I can't remember the chargers there. Anyways, we will just go there. 1 hour to Ionity. We will arrive there with the way too high state of charge, so I might choose another Ionity station. Again, this car charges so fast. This was an 11-minute charging stop. We went from 22 to 72%. Pretty okay, I would say. And this charger doesn't max out the car at all. This is a slow charger for this car, and it's 300 kilowatts. Insane. 350 kilowatts basically at these tritium units. So now we know that these units can give us 350 kilowatt. They have maximum 500 amps from the cables, and it'll probably throttle down very soon because it's apparently 30 degrees Celsius outside, which is quite hot, especially for these older units, I would guess. Of course, that's just a wild guess, but I ain't complaining about 350 kilowatt and like 10 seconds of waiting time. Awesome, absolutely amazing. So glad I stopped here. So we are going to Susmarhausen, which is a charging park, which is quite exciting. It's, let's see, let's just reroute here. It says it's 39 plus 100, it's 171 kilometers from here. We have 171 kilometers right now in terms of rated range. I think it's rated range. Actually, let me check because I've seen that all the time. Yeah, this is dynamic range and this is rated range, I think. Yeah, so 181 kilometers. You can see it just speeds up due to the high charging rate here. So we don't need to stay here for too long. I don't want to arrive at Susmarhausen with like 50%. That would suck. And since this route planner is too conservative, it says we need charging. We don't need charging for 1 hour and 51 minutes of driving, even at high speed on the autobahn. We have been driving like 200 kph and a pretty nice average, aside from like an 1 hour traffic jam, which sucked. So our trip from the last charger was 2 hours, 288 watt-hour per kilometer, and 172 kilometers only. So that sucked, but that was because of traffic. Our trip overall right now is 1833 kilometers and 21 hours of driving, 228 watt-hour per kilometer, which is our average efficiency. And these Ionity stations right by the autobahn is amazing. It's perfect charger placement. And I've heard that there are issues for Tesla and Fastned and other charge point operators to place their chargers here due to some stupid rules. I think everyone should work at getting these kind of stops just full of chargers, because they're so awesome. They're so awesome. And I kind of like these tritium units, giving us 350 kilowatts still going. We have 42% now, and we are actually ready to go very, very soon, I would say. And I just want to check the stats, how long we have been now. Let's see. We have been at 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes we went from 19 to 45%. Still pulling almost 500 amps. Awesome. Let's look at the stats. We have been there 6 minutes. We are still doing 320 kilowatts. We have added 33 kilowatt hours. We went from 19 to 52%. Now it's time to stop and just get on our way. So a 6-7 minute stop. Pretty nice, I would say. We just go ahead, stop charging. So you can see here our current stats. We're down to 320 kilowatts. Stop charging. Nice 6-7 minute stop. Now let's get on our way. I think the charge port will close itself, but just to be sure, and on the brake pedal, door closes automatically, seatbelt on, and we are ready to rip. Hi Seeker.
I'm here.
Activate the massaging seats.
Okay, turning on the seat massage for you.
I'm testing to see if I can use this charger for the 10% challenge. This is apparently a mega power charger by the Sortimo Innovation Park. Now it just gives me 140 amps, so doesn't seem like much of a high power charger right now. We are quite preconditioned. I'll try another cable just to see if that might be the case. It's so strange. These chargers say 475 kilowatt. Oh, it's ramping, but it's so slow. I wonder if it's the car, maybe? Let's see what happens with the amperage rating. Now we are at 20%, so that will be annoying to burn off. Oh, there we go. 375. Maybe these chargers just have the slowest ramp known to mankind. Let's try to jump over to the MPC ones. So the mega power charging one seems to give me a lower amperage, I think. And the ramp is very slow. Why is it so difficult finding chargers I can use for the 10% challenge? We will see what happens. What kind of amperage do we get? Do we still get 522? Then it really doesn't make. The ones are the ones to go for. We got 400 kilowatts there. This one doesn't give me any more, so I'll stop the charging. I'm tired of looking for 600 amp chargers around here. Ionity doesn't, they can reach, but they will overheat. I think Ionity uses the older Amphenol cables on most of their hypercharger locations. So yeah, that sucks, but I should check out some more locations around. It's funny, I'm just testing the ramp and we are at 58%, so it goes pretty fast, I would say. And maybe it's a realistic number just charging here, because if you get 420 kilowatt, you will ramp down pretty quickly, and maybe the average curve over 15 minutes is the same with these ones. So yeah, anyways, I need some food and then I will decide what to do. So I think I'll go and check into the hotel and then see how much energy I have left to go back to the Innovation Park here. It's about a 50-minute drive according to... Oh wow, it looks beautiful. It's about 50-minute drive from the hotel. We go fast on the autobahn, which we want to do now because we want to burn energy. It might go faster. Direction Stuttgart, autobahn 8. It's absolutely crazy weather outside, some lightning. Look at the beautiful ambient lighting. This is such a nice cockpit. Oh, the rear wiper is going. There we go. I think I will check in and go to sleep. It's not sleepy time yet, but I'll do some work and check the weather for tomorrow. Maybe we can run a 10% challenge tomorrow at Susmarhausen. Wow, can you see the lightning? It's insane. And there is a Model S plaid right beside us here, which is nice.